Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Runors here, and welcome to Canis River, I think it's called at least. It's going to be a 4v4 map where we're going to call this up here Team 1 and Team 2. Up in the corner here on Team 1 we have Jack Tequila starting UEF first land. We have Maxiupo starting Aeon first land as well, a couple of PGens. We have Tora starting UEF first land, and Saliban starting Seraphim first land as well. So we got all land in the beginning. Hopefully someone will go air. Then we have in the bottom corner Team 2. We have Noobsy21 starting Seraphim first land. We have Hackleberry starting Aeon first air. We have Rith Plan Touched, I'm going to call him Rith, starting Cybran first land. And lastly we have Nyx starting Seraphim first land. So we got representation of all factions in this game. Mostly Aeon, Seraphim and Cybran on this side. No UEF. Might perhaps be a little bit punishing later though, considering that UEF is a very tanky race. But it is quite diverse with the skill levels here. We have 1300 players, 700 players, even down to Noobsy, which is a -200. I don't know if that's a glitch or he just loses a lot of games on purpose or he's just new to it and keeps learning. But whatever, he is on a good team. They'll take care of him and I'm sure he's going to be a valuable asset to the team. We see some early scouts from Nick starting to move a slightly bit out. Seems to be a little bit of lag now. I'm actually casting this live, so that is why it might seem a little bit buggy in the beginning. I can't really change the speed, so everything here is in live. Every chat, every decision is live. So this is going to be interesting. I'll just join the game, and they asked me like, if I'm going to be an observer, I might as well cast it, and it was a great idea. And I can improve on my casting skills because I suck at having a decent voice. I suck at having a consistent voice without too many, sounds. Seeing some early scouts from Nyx and Rith going forward, and a Mech Marine and a Snoop for Jack Tequila. Trying to defend a little bit here. Small early grab going out of Tora, seems to moving his calm outside, same with Nyx. Maxiupo is going to stay in his base, building a few PGens, getting that hydrocarbon power plant online, doing wonders for the eco. Cannot really choose to see how they are doing, so I actually have to just be an observer at this point and just guess on how well they are doing, on how I can see on how they upgrade and stuff like this. So this is a little bit unusual cast or battle report, so it's almost more like a commentary. I am far from good. I am only a 900 ranked player, so I'm an average Joe, I suppose. I'm decent enough for I would sometimes call myself a noob elite because I don't really want to insult the average Joes by calling myself a average Joe myself. I sometimes have my moments and I can survive the first few minutes, but late games I tend to lose my way. But we all practice to get better. We can see now that Jack Tequila is moving his calm out here with Hackleberry, I'm just going to call it Hackleberry now instead of Hackleberry, is moving out with his scout, getting some nice early view on the base, and getting the first interceptor online now for his team. No air at the moment for Maxiupo. Seems to be focusing more on ecoing and getting mass storages around his base. Scouting is going nice, getting a nice early intel on where everyone is and what is going on. And we see a nice, a little bit more movement out of the base from Team 1. Team 2 seems to be a little bit more inclined to stay in the base, but some nice scouts, even from Jack Tequila even down here, so trying to just deny engineers coming in headed. I love that play. The same going for with Nick said, trying to deny this kind of like early mass grab, or well, early, it's in 4 minutes into the game. Not too early, but you know what I mean. With Planet touched. Planet touched? I'm not sure. Anyway, Riv is moving his command a little bit forwards. Seems to be moving his commander over there, planning a land factory. A lot of move and build orders placed here. A little bit of pinging here, showing that what is whose mass points, I suppose. Still a little bit quiet now in the beginning. Internet seems to be holding actually surprisingly well. And a lot of pinging going on, so I suppose Mumble is activated. And the first scout is taking down this engineer. Needs to reclaim this, otherwise he's going to lose it. And nice little thing there. But the engineer is going to go down. Yeah. Not going to finish that mass extractor. You can see a scout being popped here by a Mantis that is come out of Rift's base. Some mech marines trying to go by and take out these hunters, going a little bit far into the field. And let's see how everyone is doing at the moment. In the base we have on Jack Tequila, who's going to upgrade now his mexes. So starting with already have one mech up to Tech 2, going for a second one already, getting some energy storages online, so he has overchargeability on his comm and can store more power, which is really useful. Seeing a nice little mech marine here, taking down an engineer, running after the second engineer. Can he get away? No, he's not going to get away unless that mech marine stops running, but there goes Pop. And anyway, back to where we were. We can see that no upgrade. Yes, we have almost 2 mexes now upgraded for Maxi Upo. We have same with Land Factory to Tora. One upgraded, one almost upgraded. Likewise with Salivan. And now we can see that Noobsy21 has not yet upgraded his mass extractors. Should try to get mass extractors online. And what is this? His commander is standing guard on his own and reclaiming some rocks here and there. Really needs to be careful though, because if these mobile artillery comes in and overtakes him and he can get a little bit of ambush there, he might take a bit of unnecessary amounts of damage here. Needs to be careful though, but so far not going to be a big problem. Not too many units on here at the moment. And some Mantis exchanging fire with the flares. But here incoming the strikers for Jack Tequila, taking out Rift's Mantis and Hunters. Because I love the UEF tanks. I mean, considering that the armor command unit is, whoops, a little bit slight mislaying camera. Considering that the armor command unit is about 90 meters tall, imagine how large even the Tech 1 units are. I mean, this thing is 90 meters tall. Imagine that. That is just insane. So far, no real movement on here. Everyone tries to get up a little bit of small amounts of action actually going on at the moment. No raids past, no trying to like sneak by and run by here. Noobsy needs to be a little bit careful though, trying to get a PD online, but that PD doesn't really have the range to take out the mobile artillery, so it won't really be a good use of mass. And has he upgraded his mass extractors yet? He has upgraded one of them, and there's a little bit of chat from Nyx that probably talks over Mumble and type something here. And oh, here we see a Rift is going quite on ping here. Hopefully he will not disappear. If Rift disappears, that's gonna be very difficult. I mean, that is part of the game sometimes. You will experience disconnections or bad internet or just bad luck. Hopefully his internet will hold though. I mean, Rift is a 700 player, but... oh, he reconnected. Hopefully that won't happen too often though, so that he gets ejected, because then this whole side will be open and he can just... and Jack the Killer can send in units there. We see now that the artillery moved in as predicted. The Tech 1 point defense will just be taken out. In my opinion, mass wasted. I learned that myself when I fought against a 1500 player, and it taught me some valuable stuff. And after that I just pretty much stopped building Tech 1 point defenses unless I have T2 as well, and perhaps shield generator. It's useful during the beginning if you have something to support your PDs, but in this case Noobsy doesn't really have much here. Going straight for Tech 2 and an Ilsheva. Needs to get a little bit more factories online, or at least try to focus on upgrading his mass extractor, because as it is at the moment he doesn't really have much in his base. Seems to be content using his commander to walk around a little bit. And nice wall lockdown here from Nyx, so that he has to funnel the units from Tora, and a little bit of engagement now with the annoyed Stefan. He has been naming his tanks to Happy Dancing Alpha Wolf 666. And is that on everything? Is it a mod? Or is it actually taking time to change every... no, it's got to be a mod. It's got to be a mod. It can't have done that to every single unit. So that is a cool feature. If anyone actually know what kind of thing that is, I would love to know that. And the noise will run by now from Salivan. Chasing down Noobsy 21. Needs to be careful though, because if all those artillery hits him, it will take unnecessary amounts of damage. The Seraphim Commander doesn't really have that much regen unless you upgrade to nano repair systems. And down here, Riff is a little bit isolated. No units whatsoever protecting him. And Jack the Killer is slowly starting to get a large amount of units here, and Riff is dangerously moving his commander forward to try and deal with his artillery, but Jack the Killer seems to be holding, and Riff is taking unnecessary amounts of fire now from the artillery. And now things are starting to happen with Team 1 pushing slightly, and Nyx is actually sending his armored command unit forward. Does he have the gun upgrade? That's what it looks like. Or does he? Nice bit of overcharge. They're taking out 4 units, getting this up to 6. Need to get 20 kills though for a rank of veterancy, so needs to be a bit careful though. But he has the gun upgrade as far as I can tell. The same goes with Tora. So both of them have the gun upgrade, and Nyx needs to be careful and not taking an unnecessary amount of damage. And on the right side is going to be a large push here coming from Salivan. With Plant Touch is getting very strongly taken down. He needs to get his car moving, or else he will lose and his base will falter. He needs to get more factories online. He needs to get a spam online. Only has the T1 factory still up. Nothing really significant going on. Needs to be careful there. He needs to get moving, needs to move his calm, needs to get more units online, needs to get help from his teammates, but they are occupied with other things on the map, and everything else is going slowly at the moment, so we're going to focus him here. Riff is going down into 4,000 yellow mark, and Jack the Kill is constantly overcharging him and shooting him, and is running by with the strikers, probably to try to cut him off and drive into him to stop him from moving. And needs to stop overcharging the commander and just start taking out the strikers, but the strikers hitting him from all sides, and the armor is just dropping, and the Cyber army on the commander, if I remember, has 1,000 less health points, so needs to keep moving, needs to take out these units with overcharge, but I don't think it's going to be enough though. I mean, the UEF commander is still moving as well. He's got all these strikers coming in, but got a nice rank of veterancy though, but that's not going to do anything else but now. So gonna lose, and on 9 minutes and 30 seconds, Rith is going down. And see a little bit of flaming here now, and I gotta agree with what else just says. Rith overextended himself, but he screamed help him multiple times. I think he's talking about mumble or something, I'm not too sure. If not, he's writing something that perhaps has not been written. And now this whole place is open up, but we can see already the scavenging is starting to happen. All the units are coming in now to start scavenging all this stuff. And we see a little bit of flame warring here now, or, well, not flame warring, but I can understand. I mean, it's frustrating to die so early, and when you think that you have control and suddenly get rushed and no allies there to help you. But in my opinion, I do have to admit that I think Rith was a little bit far out, but you could not really think that it was going to be that bad. But in my opinion, a little bit more factors and a few more units might have at least made him survive, so he could have at least fallen back. But Rith, Planet Touched, has disconnected, so he has left now, and now the game can change a little bit. Noobsy 21 is also taking quite a lot of fire now, needs to be a little bit careful now. See a small drop coming from Fish. That is an Ilshiva. Needs to move that though, otherwise it will take enormous amount of fire, and that will help prove to be a little bit more power. But Sullivan also had an Ilshiva in his squad, so is Noobsy really going into the transport? That is risky indeed if he plans that. No, it gets shot down, so Noobsy has to keep moving. And now we can see that Jack Tequila is starting to move in on this part of the area. We'll be able to start going in, but nice little thing here from Huckleberry, starting to build some wall defenses that will at least halt the advance unless they get engineers to start reclaiming the walls. But Nyx and Huckleberry is really pushed now. Basically, that Noobsy seems to not be too much into it, so it all falls down to Huckleberry and Nyx. And Nyx is strongly pressed now from some Auroras coming in, but should try to keep the Auroras back. Nice bit of overcharge there now from Nyx, and managed to hold the front line here. So far so good, and he's got a nice group of Ilshivists here, Noobsy 21. Needs to get him a little bit more into the action, or like, for example, give them over to Nyx. That would be invaluable, so he can just take control of them, so he can focus on the battle over here. And a nice bit of, we can also see now the T2 land factory HQ for 2 factories now, so that even one of them get destroyed, you still have an HQ factory, but a little bit spooky having it so far out though. But now we can see that the groups of strikers are getting in now, going to be able to get into the base because of that little gap there. Needs to be careful now, otherwise this base will be entirely open to attacks. Oh, this is risky. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this is going to be bad indeed. Has that tank jammed itself into there? It's stuck, so they have to shoot it loose. Oh my god, that is lucky indeed. No, okay, I'm mistaken. So basically they're going to be able to get in there, rampage this whole place unless they get some units online. So far holding the line, but Sullivan seems to have a large unit here and a lot of skimmers, so you can just cross the water and start harassing all these units. But a nice group of Corsairs here for Huckleberry. Already gone T2 mass air with Corsairs. Is he going to try and snipe on the commander? We see Jack Tequila has shields, already building flag turrets, have encountered that, and will be able to stop being sniped from these Corsairs. Really nice play there. Oh, this Ilshiva is going down, and this front base here, or like side base, will be taken out by Salavan's forces. He needs to be a little bit careful now, because now these units are running by now, trying to get in and do as much damage as they can, but we see some Ilshivers coming in now from Noobsy 21, doing nice support here from this base. I do have to admit, going to take two factories on, take two mass extractors online, needs to upgrade some more though, and not try to focus so much on T1 PD, because the artillery will be able to shoot him from distance. And we see some nice riptides here coming down from Tora. We'll be able to cross the water, and tremendous rate of fire on these. And now Nyx is really holding the team together with Huckleberry, in my opinion. Nyx is holding the front with land, and Huckleberry is just going mass air, and you can see that there is an air cleaner here, and he's going to take that out. But is a skyboxer coming off the conveyor belt as we speak. But oh my god, Tora is taking hell of a lot of fire. Needs to get underwater and under protection now. Otherwise this will be over, and then even the team 1 will lose the team player. And gotta be careful now. Need to micromanage a little bit more. Needs to move his commander back and forth to stop being hit by so many missiles. But oh my god, Tora is being ejected in the 30-minute mark, and this levels the game a little bit. But giving all the units over a little bit so that Jack the Killer will have a small mass boost for a few seconds before his base explodes. So nice little play there actually, since his base was lost. Just give everything to your teammates. He will get a small boost for a small while so you can get more defenses online before everything just go pops. And Nyx is really pushing now with all this happy, enraged and annoyed T1 artillery, and that is massive amounts of artillery there, we can see. And Illustrious is trying to push on the left flank here actually, but gaining no significant ground, and just actually adding mass to Jack Tequila's coffers by just putting them there and not marking them and not supporting them at all. On the left flank there's a bit of a stalemate between Nyx's forces and Jack Tequila's. All these units need to move in a little bit, and it seems that Maxiupo is going to focus on taking this mass field, so that's going to give Maxiupo a large mass boost if he can get this online and quickly, because otherwise these units can just go in by the sides here and rush in, but I suppose they're not too sure about that. So far though, it's still in both favor. Nyx and Huckleberry can really pull it off, but Salvian, Maxiupo and Jack Tequila can do it if they just keep together. If they keep discussing, if they keep talking between themselves and cooperate, they can really do this. And there seems to be a lot of movement now from Green, from Nyx. Nyx seems to be all over the place, and Salvian is trying to apparently do a small push now, but we can see that the Corsairs are on the move again, moving now. And where are they going to move? We can see the move order, probably trying to take to air transport, but no, seems to be moving straight in here and going for the... Is Huckleberry going for the NASA Eco, or has he found the comm? Yes, he has, but will he be able to get that shield generator online in time? And yes, I think he will, and you just have to stay inside of the shield now and get anti-air online. So Huckleberry really needs to just try to go for the eco instead, because now that the shield is online, you won't be able to take out the commander. And every commander on Team 1 is under shields, but holy shit, pardon the language, but that is a lot of Corsairs. Sullivan really needs to get moving, otherwise Huckleberry is going to take on another commander with Corsairs Tech 2 spam. I gotta say, the Corsairs are really good, and here comes even another group of bombers from Noobsy 21, and is that going to do it? Is that going to really take out Salvian? Needs to keep moving, needs to move on. Oh, Salvian is going down. And Team 1 has lost another player. It seems at this point that Salvian just gave up completely, or didn't move, or I don't know what happened, but fantastic play from Huckleberry, and nice bit of assistance there from Noobsy21. Really well played on that part, but now that all this is going to go away, that's going to be a lot of mass here that Nukes and Huckleberry can reclaim. We see some hover tanks coming there, and Jack the Killer is a little bit complaining now, which is understandable. There's a lot of going on here, and Jack the Killer have been securing the side here, but two of the players are down now, and the Corsairs are really just pounding the base now, and needs to be careful because now everything is just put into the front, and Maxipa needs to be careful. Needs to get some T1 PD online as well though, but needs to get that artillery, no, or the flak online. And Jack the Killer is getting some skyboxes online, so we'll be able to help him stop having the space destroyed. And ooh, managed to save. Oh, I might be speaking too early for this. Will that mass pump be taken down? That is the question. If that mass pump is taken down, that is a severe blow to Jack the Killer and his eco. But it seems perhaps, if he's lucky, that it won't be taken down, but such a spray from the Corsairs, and it's taken down, and that mass pump is allowed to live. But really needs to get a radar online. Has a radar online, and the Oblivion turret fire, but there's not a big rate of fire on those turrets, but managed to hold off this line of artillery coming in, just one by one being just mowed away from these units. And we see some hover tanks now coming in now, and look at that damage from those cannons. It's just amazing. Taking quite a beating here. Needs to take out those hover tanks though, otherwise that's going to be on. And here comes a tactical missile going straight from Maxipa, taking out all these turrets, and needs to get moving. Needs to get some turrets online. Needs to get a volcano or something up. Needs really to move and get his sorry ass out of there. And needs to do a bit of overcharge if he has overcharge capabilities. No, he doesn't, it appears. And needs to be able to take out these cannons, and a little bit of lag there. But we can see that Maxipa is really being pushed now, and everything is down to Jack the Killer, and he's starting to move and going for another shield generator. Really recognize the danger here. And now it's basically all over for Maxipa, going down into the red already. Really needs to get his ass out of there, get some units online. A lot of Seekers there, really good call from Maxipa, but there's so many units coming in now, and if he sends in these Corsairs, it will be over now, but I suppose you don't want to send in all these units and waste them if all these units can take them out. So he saves the mass and can use it on Jack the Killer. Seeing a bit of oh my god, this matches. And where is that attack missile going? It's going straight for the power. So taking out the eco to Maxipa, so he can't really do anything. And this is a per play from Team 2. Really managed to pick up after losing the first player so early in the game. Noobs seemed to have a slow start, but managed to really support and be a valuable player when the others two managed to hold the line, so that Noobs got T2 online. And Maxipa really being forced back into his base now, and really needs to think of what he's supposed to do now. Try to build some shields, and volcanoes is probably a very good bet, but he also needs PDs online. And more scouting coming from Nyx to see what the hell is going on over here. And I can imagine that Jack the Killer is a little bit disappointed in his teammates of how this ended, but a little bit of a stealth mission back here, and a little bit of complaining about lag, which is understandable. It's always nasty with lag, how things seems to just stop. And game paused by Huckleberries. Huckleberry requires 1 minute. But just then to recap, it has been amazing how Huckleberry and Nyx have managed to get things up. All T2 mass extract has been gone up for Noob C21. Jack the Killer has managed to hold his little fire base here, and look at all those Tech 2 tactical missile launchers. And does he have mass at the front? He has a mass pump here, but not really much else of mass in this position. Has a mass, Tech 2 mass pump there and here, and one over here, but his base is in jeopardy if all this of Maxi disappears. So really needs to be careful now, because this is a formidable land factory group over here. And Jack the Killer seems to be a little bit curious what is taking so long and why Huckleberry paused the game, and I'm a little bit puzzled myself, but probably something wrong with the internet, or like a cat wants to go in. Oh, that is annoying when you have pets and they all want to get in, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But this has been a very fascinating match. How I thought that I really had doubts for Team 2. I really did when Rift just died so early in the game. Noobsy didn't seem to move too much out of his base and seemed to be losing ground here. I thought it was all over for Team 2 and Team 1 had the lead, but now we're going back into the game here. But they really managed to step up, and Nyx and Huckleberry, hats off, and I gotta say that is just impressive. It's been really well played from Jack Tequila and Max Jupiter being able to hold, and Sullivan did really good, but should perhaps have tried to get a few more flak and shield generators online and not try to press so much. We see attack missile coming out of Nyx, going straight perhaps for the eco of this main base. And you see some air now for Jack Tequila. It's been there a while, and also has a Janus now, Tech 2 air, just sending to T2. Needs to see if he can challenge the T2 spam and air superiority that Huckleberry has with all these Corsairs. And we see now that Maxi has managed to get some Oblivion turrets online, but his base is in danger if he can't get Volcanoes online. There's a little bit of lag now. I think, see who is lagging. And it is Tora that is lagging, strange enough, and Jack Tequila, and Maxi. Whoa, that's a lot of lag. And Noobsy, actually, Noobsy seems to be doing good. So, yeah, but no matter of that, now there's a large push coming in now with all these artilleries, and that is a formidable defensive line, though, if there had been all other units than artillery. But all these artillery will be able to get in there and take out those. And all these Corsairs are just waiting to get the move order and go in and attack. And we see a large group. Oh shit! There's a lot of attack missile coming in now. Nyx really needs to get his commander moving. Needs to get him, otherwise Nyx is going to go down in a blaze of fire and really needs to move. Can he see it? Can he move his commander in time? Will be able to get out. No! Oh my god! Nyx is going down and just straight down. Didn't see those attack missiles coming in, and Nyx is going down, but at the same time Max Yupo is taken out by Corsairs, and this game has really changed now. Oh my god, this is just a game changer, and we see a little bit of pain coming from Max Yupo now, and oh my god, Jack really just managed to switch the whole game around. All this is going to go away now, and oh my god, this is just amazing. And now this whole base is open, and Huckleberry really needs to now think of what the hell will he do. He has Noobsy on his team, so he's got that going for him. If Noobsy can start being a supporting player, start to fortify perhaps, so that Huckleberry can still focus on getting air online. But now we see large base here and a frontal base for Jack Tequila, and this is a pure joy to be watching, I do have to admit. I mean, if Nyx hadn't just gone over here, it was a really good move. He thought he had the upper hand, and I can see why, really pushing Max Yupo down into his base and trying to take out the eco, but Jack Tequila managed to spot where his command was and did take a guess, or perhaps just saw it and fired and hoped that he wouldn't move, and he was correct. And we see a little bit of movement here of these tanks from Noobsy, but it's going to be taken out by all these mongoose fire and all the other units. so no real damage from that. And we see a lot of gunships coming in now, but there's a lot of skyboxes in the mix, so I won't really get anything done with those. Really need to be careful though, and keep them back just in case. Always useful to have. And Nyx is starting to send us his commander, and really starting to get up his base now, trying to take all more mass points and get more mass for himself. And Will is still producing Ilshivers, and Tech 2 should perhaps focus on getting something T3 online. What is happening in Jack Tequila's base? Still now mass producing Janus fighters and Mongoose fighters, and in his front base we have all these tactical missile launchers, and Jack Tequila is just quietly sitting and relaxing in his base and watching all the carnage happening just from his quiet fire base. And Janus is coming into the base now, and all these Janus is starting to harass a little bit. Janus seems to be moving on an attack move, or it's attacking something, but I don't know what yet. And there's a lot of units coming in now. Good move from Noobsy, really well there. Just keep getting up all these defenses now, because if no, Noobsy stopped building these defenses, needs to keep building all these defenses, and needs to just get as many PDs online as he can, because there's a large group of units incoming now. And we see the Transcendence to Tech 3 now. Huckleberry has gone for T3 com now, and has been spotting Jack Tequila's com. Will he be trying to send it? No, he won't. He will be sending it on a strike mission here. And there's a lot of these gunships and Ilshivers, and he's got some PDs to defend his base now. Nosy wisely pulling back there, because that's a lot of units. And a nice little strike there from the Revenant, taking out a huge chunk of units. I think it was 4 of them. And the gunships now are pounding. And did he lose all his skyboxes? No, there's 1 skybox left though, but that will not be able to take everything. And that skyboxer will be going down now, so there's no anti-air left. So now all these air units can just wreak havoc upon all these units that are trying to fall back, but in my opinion that is to no avail. He's just gonna lose those units, but it's better to try to get him as far away from the space as possible, so that you don't just hand the mass to them. But a lot of units now coming in from the right, but there's a lot of wall segments here left by Nyx, so it's still useful. So they can't really sneak by here unless they can sneak by this side. No, I think there's water here. Yes, I think there is water. And Janus is starting to just riddle away these mass points here, removing some of that extra mass that Huckleberry has. And Huckleberry is just really now getting into the air game. And Noobsy is doing a good job acting as a land support, just focusing on being that and gunship, so he can take out units and getting a... is that a fighter bomber? I think it is. So Noobsy also moving a slight bit into the air game now. And Jack Tequila is trying, perhaps getting a T3 upgrade on his comm, and this is the worst time to have a power outage on his shield generator. If that bomber comes back and takes out this, that will be dangerous, as, oh no, we can see that Revenant is going past the base, trying to take out the eco here, and if that goes in and take out the Tech 2 mass points, that can be really bad for Jack Tequila. And we see the first bomb hitting, and oh, that's the thing about Cybern bombers though, they have exceptional blast radius, but the damage is a little bit lower if I remember, so it can't manage to take out the mass pumps though. So the mass pump is still standing, but he can take it out on the second pass, and here he comes, and there's nothing there to stop him, and he's just firing straight into all his build capacity, taking him out and going for the T3 mass extractor now. That is just taken out, and Renegades are now coming in as well, trying to harass some of those units, but there is an air cleaner here, so might get some friction there and taking out some of the gunships, but needs to be careful though, because this air cleaner can't stand against all these units, and I think it is the end for Jack Tequila, but commendable play from Jack Tequila here. And he should try to try and get some scouting online and shoot down. I mean, Huckleberry doesn't have any shields around his comms. There's only 1, 2. I can only detect 2 zappers. So if Jack Tequila would be able to shoot in these here and scout and see where it comes and then shoot it there, he could take out Huckleberry, but there's so much going on that I think Jack Tequila is occupied, and this is, I hate to call it so early now, but I think this is a GG because there's so many strat bombers on the field, so many gunships. Jack Tequila's original base is just decimated. Tor disconnected now, having enough, have seen enough, know what the outcome is going to be. Every part of this base is just going down, and nothing left now, and all these strategic bombers having not taken any damage at all. And needs to be a little bit careful. That's a lot of flak. And Jack Tequila is trying to get a fusion reactor online and starting to now send his commander forward. But there's a lot of power issues here now, and needs to be careful if these units come in and try to take out this base though. There is a flare in the mix, so he has some more air defenses now and some Janus to help against the air fight, but there's too many revenants being pumped out for it to have any significant meaning, and this is Huckleberry's game. I gotta give credits to Huckleberry. Superb play from Huckleberry, and oh no, it's just been fantastic. And seeing some nice whittling down now from all these gunships and all these wreckages just lying here, and all these gunships just whittling away on these mongoose trying to run for their lives. Always found the mongoose to be a really funny unit. Looks very strange. And that pretty much will signify the end of Jack Tequila, unless he can get this fusion reactor online. But there's a lot of power issues now. Really needs to get his power online, but taking that Flays shooting in on the Revenant and managing to damage it profoundly, but needs to get his power online, otherwise all the shields will flicker on and off, and he's going to send in all these strat bombers now, and got a lot of Tech 3 air superiority fighters, and that will be very useful. And Jack Tequila seems to just move his comfort more and more forward now, and going for the radar actually, so this is bad for Jack Tequila. Calling out the GG and seems to have given up now, and understandably he has very little left. He has very little to no mass left, trying to push that out, but will he control K? That's the question. Or will they just stick until the end and in my opinion just die the honourable death instead of hitting the large red button on your comm and go in a blaze of glory? Well, not if you self-destruct, but you know what I mean. I hope. Noobs is sending out some of the units on a patrol mission, it seems, so that he has the perimeter secured. And Jack Tequila seems to get an SA-2000 Tech 2 radar system online. How much can he see with that? That is the question. I think you can see it around here somewhere. So he has a little bit of air knowledge. All these scout units will be able to see that Jack Tequila is just moving his commander forward now. And I think Jack Tequila's just given up, to be honest. And he's just moving his commander forth. And I think Noobsy can see this, and yes, he does. He sends him in on attack move now, and going straight for Jack Tequila. And, oops, pardon. And Huckleberry is even calling into GG himself, and all these strategic bombers coming in now. Huckleberry should really need to move his comm and get his fat ass out of there, but it is all over now. All these strategic bombs will come in and take down the shields, and all these gunships will be firing, but there's a lot of flak turrets online. If we can just keep moving back and forth, make Huckleberry fight for his victory to the last bitter end. He can hold out a little bit longer though, needs to go, but this new group of rounds coming in, and Jack Tequila is falling at 27 minutes 45 second mark. Wow. Getting a little bit, holy shit, I want to get from Noobsy21. Yeah, you're damn right. You can actually be a little bit proud of yourself, Noobsy. thanks to you that... Oh, we can also see a Caesar being built. Or is it a Czar? I'm a little bit unsure how you pronounce that. But that was an amazing game, I do have to say. Lovely play, back and forth. How I really thought that Team 2 would lose when they lost Rith down here. And how it just degraded from that. And that was an amazing game. So, but anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, then press the like button. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. A samurai sword! Yankee Shikuru Yamano! Oh, dude, seriously, come on.